Chicago, riding solo tonight. Welcome to Easy Friday. Now, William Ruto has appointed a 42-member task force to evaluate the competency-based curriculum and recommend appropriate reforms to other sectors of the country's education. The president made the appointment of the Working Party on Education Reform to be headed by Professor Raphael Munuve through a Gazette Notice, which will also be required to harmonize and merge funding in tertiary education entities. This story begins our coverage tonight on Easy Friday.
The terms of reference of the Working Party is to course and undertake summative evaluation of Kenya competency-based curriculum and to assess and recommend an appropriate structure to implement the competency-based curriculum. The team is supposed to study all laws governing basic education. It will make recommendations on the implementation of key aspects of the CBC system, including value-based education, community service learning, parental empowerment and engagement.
I will establish an education reform task force in the presidency, which will be launched in the coming weeks. It will collect views from all players in line with the constitutional demand of public participation, and we are particularly alive to the anxieties of parents on the twin transition of the last 844 class and the first CBC class in January next year. I assure all that there will be a solution to the matter before then.
Other key aspects the team will review include assessment and examination framework, the quality assurance and standards framework, the teacher education and training framework for both pre-service and in-service, the teacher deployment framework, the technology for curriculum delivery and improved learning outcomes and education management. Other areas of review in relation to basic education include access to education, public school categorization system, and management of bursaries. On tertiary and university education, the Working Party will review and recommend a governance and financing framework for TVET training and deployment, university education, research and training. It will also study all laws governing the tertiary education and make recommendations for review of these legislations with a view to streamlining effectiveness and efficiency in the subsector. The team is mandated to recommend a framework of operationalizing the National Open University of Kenya and a framework on open, distance and e-learning, to make recommendations for streamlining continuity in TVET and university education transition, and to review and recommend legislation to facilitate amalgamation of HELB, TVET and university funding boards with a view of harmonizing and merging all tertiary education funding entities. The Working Party will subsist for 6 months and will issue the President with a progress report every 2 months. Nancy Okware, Easy Friday.